There's a shift happening in the Los Angeles real estate market. And if you were thinking about buying or selling a home this year, you want to make sure you have all the information so you can make an educated decision. The big news is our inventory has increased by 45% from the last year. Why is that a big deal? Because it is making things very different for buyers and sellers right now than it was even a year ago. So if you look at this chart from 2020, when the pandemic hit, people just stopped putting their house on the market. Our housing inventory went down to the lowest levels that we hadn't seen in decades. That, coupled with interest rates at 3%, created a perfect storm for a seller's market. And not just any seller's market. This was a crazy seller's market. I saw buyers offer $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 above the asking price. And they would even waive their inspection contingency, which I would never do. But buyers were so desperate to get into properties and sellers had all the power. And you can see the shift is happening right now. From this chart, you can see this is the first time in 5 years that our housing inventory has gone up above 2020 levels. That, coupled with interest rates that are double what they were during the pandemic, has really softened demand, and it has shifted the market from a crazy seller's market to a more balanced market. So sellers have lost a little bit of their negotiating power and buyers have gained some negotiating power in the last couple years. As of today's filming, interest rates are at 6.875 for a 30-year fix, which has definitely dampened buyer demand, but we still have inventory that is below 2019, 2018, and 2017 levels. So there is still a lot of buyer demand because there's just not enough houses on the market. But I'm seeing buyers have a lot more negotiating power than they did even a year or two ago. Now, if you were selling your home this year, you really need to be conscious of pricing. When I'm out in the field, I'm seeing two segments of the market. I'm seeing one segment that will price their home under market and get multiple offers, and then it'll sell above asking price. For example, you have a house that is in $1 million neighborhood, but you price your home at $900,000. Every buyer who is looking in that area is going to see that property. If they're actively looking for a property, they're going to notice a property that is significantly under market. When buyers compete with each other, they tend to outbid each other and the price goes up pretty dramatically. So if you are thinking about selling your home, consider this. Look at this property that was in Eagle Rock. Now, this is a really gorgeous property. You can tell that it's been well maintained, it has nice architecture, it has incredible views. Now, this agent put this on at $999,000 and it ended up selling for $1.6 million, $600,000 above its asking price. That is absolutely insane. But I see this happen over and over and over again. Can you imagine the conversation with that seller when an agent says, yeah, I want to list your house at $1 million.
God, please, no, 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 no!
They probably freaked out. But look at the results. You price it significantly under market in a good area, you are going to get multiple offers and it will sell for above its asking price. Then I see the other segment of the market where they price the property above market value. Even though they know that it's probably not going to get that, they think in their head, well, we can always come down. Well, in this instance, if you had priced it a little bit more aggressively, there's a potential that it could have sold for more than this asking price. This was originally priced at $1.495 million and it took 2 months to sell and it went to $1.26 million. One of the things that you really want to avoid in this marketplace in particular, if homes stay on the market 45, 60, 90 days, everyone is going to think, what's wrong with it? It's overpriced. Is there an issue with the house? Is there mold? Is there a construction issue? Is the location bad? They're going to think this is overpriced and it's not worth what I'm going to pay for it. You want to avoid buyers thinking that at all costs, because once they're in that trap, it's hard to get out of that mindset. Now, remember, Los Angeles is a massive, massive city. So not all areas are going to behave the same way. There are some areas that are selling for above their asking price and some that are selling for below. You want to make sure that you work with an agent that specializes in that area so you can get the best possible price for your home. If you have any questions, you can always download my seller's guide. I'll put that in the link in the description, or you can give me a call at 213-268-6832. I would love to help you find or sell your property here in Los Angeles. Again, my name is Felipe Crook with eXp Realty, investing in your dreams.